Hey everyone, James Sharmack here from the Nerd Room with J&J with possibly the last NECA Godzilla figure review you'll see on this channel. Never say never, but anyways, this is one of the last two figures that NECA has produced. I want to thank Jason Morgan for actually finding this one for me, as I couldn't find it hiding here, and online prices are just outrageous for it. So we are doing the Godzilla from 2003, the Godzilla Tokyo SOS, where he goes against MechaGodzilla or Kiryu and Mothra. I dig the movie. It's an interesting twist on it, and it brings Mothra into the Millennium. Anyways, so why do I want to get this figure? Because it's basically the Millennium Godzilla, obviously done by NECA. I was really waiting for them to take a crack at it and see how it looks. So I'm really looking forward to the review. Looks pretty cool so far. We'll take a look at it though. Obviously all the picture art, nice figure art on the back. You want to take a pause and take a look at the text. Went ahead, more of that same. Top has this title on it. So without any further ado, let's rip into the box, get that water heated up so you stick that tail on, and let's get at it. If you like these NECA Godzilla figures, if you want them to keep on doing it or try to figure out a way to do it, hit that like button. I'd really dig it. Anyways, let's get on to ripping them out of the box and doing the review. Alright, so we've got the tail probably in there for like 30 seconds in hot water, so obviously you know how hard these tails are to put on, right? So let's put the tail on first, then we'll talk the figure. So, it's really easy. It's got a long tail, like the last one. Anyways, the Millennium Godzilla is more a redesign. Not so much a rethinking, but more trying to make him a little more extreme. Obviously, with the plates coming out of the back, just a little more jagged, a little more natural, a little more jaded. He's got, the scales are a little more defined around the shoulder area. He's got his head design is a little more streamlined. And he's a much slimmer figure than you're used to from the Godzilla. So basically, it was more like it's 2000. Let's make it a little bit tougher, a little more agile, a little more fighter-like, slimmer, whatever. Anyways, I have dug the Millennium Edition. Obviously, just because make it a little more extreme. But anyways, this figure, I'm not sure I like the idea of his eyes looking through his head, like looking down at you through his brow, but whatever. Still looks pretty cool. Nice representation. Nice claws, 4 claws there, or on the foot. Nice, like I said, the scales are pretty cool, more defined around the shoulders, obviously. And I said the back scales, and the tail is pretty long. It's long like the Biollante figure. And obviously, let's take a look at the articulation. So let's start with the mouth, of course. I'm not sure I like the idea of these two fangs coming out, but whatever. Anyways, figure does feel nice to touch. You got the jaw articulation, of course. Head goes all the way around. The shoulder goes around so much you can't get away from that scale, but whatever. You can go forward that far, go back that far, go around at the waist. His arm can go up that far. Can't really go all around just because of the shoulder. Elbow rotation and bend at the elbow. I'm going to try to get my hand out of the way. Wrist rotation and the claw grab. That's pretty cool. His legs can go apart that far. Can go forward and back pretty far. You got a knee bend and rotation at the knee. Ankle and rotation. This is when we get him stand up. Tail, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points for 9 points for articulation, and you have a little. Is it a bendy? Yeah, there's a bendy a little bit at the end of the tail, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's about that time to put him in some poses, some action scenes, whatever. We'll probably see what we can do with the tail to make the the pose is a little bit extreme, so let's get on to it. I dig the figure a lot. I like posing him. He's a lot of fun. I found the posing kind of remind me of what they did with the 2001 Godzilla, the I guess you could call him the Ghost Godzilla, whatever. But I love the paint apps on him. You know, I like how they, you know, have made it give him a more naturalistic look. Like obviously you have like these different shades on it, like their lights as well as the darks. And you know they've really done a fantastic job with like the scales around the neck in particular, as they have done lately. The only drawback, there are two drawbacks. Like I said, basically I wish the pupils were a little bit more down instead of just like looking like just through there, like through the top of his head through his brow. And he doesn't come with a fire blast, which, you know, I don't know if they could have figured it out, because, you know, it does look more like a beam than anything instead of a blast, but whatever. So I have plenty of fire beams and blasts to spare, obviously, through the collection. So there you go. There's a, you know, pulls one with a blast. So that's what it is, right? But still, you know, I'm happy to have the figure. Glad Jason could find it for me, and you know, he's an awesome looking dude. Now let's just compare where Millennium Godzilla falls in the timeline. So 95, you have the Godzilla versus Destroyer Burning Godzilla, which is basically the Heisei Godzilla, obviously just, you know, more or less on fire from the inside and smoking everywhere. I'd love to see if I get my hands on the Monster Arts one, just because he has more smoking effects coming out of him, whatever. Then you have the Millennium, the design which is used in Godzilla Millennium or 2000, which is filmed in 99, then MechaGodzilla. Then you skip to 2001 with Godzilla GMK, the Ghost Godzilla, as it were, more or less. More horrific update of the original one, just more terrifying, obviously. You know, 2001 is my favorite more on design, just because he's looks like the creepiest Godzilla in my collection, but still, I don't know, which one did you guys like? Let me know in the comments below. Actually, let me know which one is your favorite NECA Godzilla, period. Okay, so here I have my entire Millennium Godzilla collection, or the Millennium figures. This one right here is the first one that actually started the whole Godzilla collection. I found him, I think it was either 2001, 2002 in a comic shop. They were charging like 40 bucks for it. You know, it's in Japanese import, you know, it's that big, that size. I said it was worth it. Got it. Probably about, what, 8 inches tall or something. And he's a Bandai, so. Next one is another Bandai. Picked him up at like a Target. I think it was like one of those, it was one of those, you know, ones, mass-produced ones where it's like $12, I guess. I thought like the spikes were a little bit crazy, a little purple, obviously. And the pose is a little crazy. And this one down here, I found him at a comic shop. He's another Bandai, obviously from the 2-inch line. Wasn't in the box. Probably paid about $7 for it. I thought it was worth it, so, you know, I like to collect Godzilla of all sizes and companies or whatever, so there you go. Alright guys, so that is the NECA 2003 Godzilla, the Millennium version. A little sad that it's probably going to be the last figure they produce, at least for now. Who knows what, you know, happens down the line, I don't know, but you know, it's fun to pose this figure. Like I said, I think they've reached their stride. They've made some improvements for articulation where they can make the pose look that much more dynamic, as well, you know, as face design and whatever design. Just, you know, it works for me a lot more than it has. And I say a lot. I wish they, of course, had a fire beam coming out. I wish that they either made the eyes a little bit bigger or made, you know, the pupils a little more down. But it is what it is. If you guys see this anywhere out in the open, because if you find them online, it's going to be secondary prices up the pooper. So if you see this at a Target or a GameStop for like $25, grab it. You're probably not going to see it again. And, you know, the way the secondary market's going to go, if you do see it there, you know, right now they're going for like 60, 70, 80 bucks. It's just going to go up in price after NECA loses their license and stop sending things out. Well, they lost the license, but they're going to stop sending them out in mid-August 2020. So probably by now, you know, they've already sent the last out. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Do you like this video? If you like this figure, let me know in the comments below. Hit that like button. I really dig it. This is not the end of the Godzilla videos, of course, because, you know, Bandai's still around. You know, one of these days I will bite that bullet and I will get a Monster Arts figure. We'll see how it goes. But this is, you know, this might be. There are some NECAs I don't have. I might, you know, try to grab some of those and maybe do those reviews. But we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like this video, and there are plenty more NECA Godzilla videos on the site. There's a playlist devoted to it under the Godzilla collection. So, thank you once again. See you next time in a Nerd Room with J&J, and until then, keep on collecting and happy hunting.